Hi guys, and welcome to a new video. I'm going to explain to you how I draw a dog's nose. And I struggled with drawing dogs' noses in the past, so now that I finally understand how it works and how the anatomy works, I thought I'd explain to you so I could save you a bit of time maybe. So yeah, let's get started. Oh, first I want to apologize for the bad lighting. I was filming with daylight and the weather started to do weird things, so the lighting is all over the place, but I hope you can still see what I'm doing and I hope it isn't too annoying. So sorry for that. So first I am sketching the outlines. How to do this differs per breed, because every breed has a different shape of nose, or at least a bit different. So this could, for instance, be a Labrador's nose, but not a pug's. So the most important thing when sketching the outlines is to watch your reference photo very closely and try to copy the shapes. And I'm just sketching very lightly. I always freehand, so I don't use any tracing paper or grids. This just works best for me, so you can use grids if you want, but I'm not going to be showing that in my videos because it doesn't really work for me. So now I'm going to be speeding up the video because I don't want it to be too long. Let me know if it isn't too fast in the comments. Now I'm going to be sketching the nostrils and the insides of the nose. Make sure they are symmetrical for the perspective you are drawing. And you also have this little line in the middle dividing the nose in half. Make sure that is in the right place as well. And at the moment it isn't entirely correct. I will be adjusting that later on. Sketching the outlines is a way of figuring out where everything has to be, and if you sketch very lightly you will be able to adjust still. So if you've drawn a wrong line, it doesn't matter, you can still adjust it before you start detailing. And when I'm happy with the sketch, I will be filling in the darkest parts first, which are the nostrils in this case. And I do this with my black Faber-Castell polycromos colored pencil. Make sure you watch the shapes of the nostrils very closely. They are not completely round or not completely oval. They always have some curve or some angle to it. And when the nostrils are finished, it's time to move on to the most difficult part of drawing the nose. At least it's what I think it's the most difficult, and it's creating the texture. Dog noses have a very weird texture. It's not smooth and it's not hairy. You have to create those little cracks, and this requires a lot of layering and a lot of patience. I think every realistic drawing goes through an ugly state, which you really have to push through. And what I'm doing is creating a layer of all those little cracks, and for this I'm using a reference photo, and then I'm blending with a cloth to make everything a little smoother, and then just repeat the process over and over again until it gets dark enough and until that texture really starts to appear. Most of the time with dog noses, the part below the nostrils is darker than the top part of the nose. So I'm going to make the bottom part darker and leave the top part a bit lighter to create the depth. And that's basically it. It's just a matter of layering and blending and layering until you get the texture right and the shading right. Make sure you go dark enough with the whole nose. You don't want this is a black brownish nose, so you don't want the difference between the nostrils and the rest of the nose too big. Make sure you make the whole nose dark enough. But that of course also depends on the individual dog you are drawing. There are dogs with really light noses, so for that you just have to watch your reference photo very closely. But when you are drawing black or black brownish noses, make sure you go dark enough. In the end you can add highlights with just a normal kneaded eraser, or what I'm using here, the Tombow Mono Zero eraser, or even a white gel pen or a white paint marker. I will be adding the final details later, but first I'm going to draw the fur around the nose, or at least a few hairs, so you can see how to do that and in which direction I am drawing the hairs. I did a detailed video about drawing fur previous week, so I will link that one below so you can check it out. Just adding some final details. I'm using a white jelly roll pen to add some bright highlights on top of the nose to make some details stand out better, and I'm darkening up some areas that weren't dark enough. And then the nose was finished. I hope you liked this video. I hope you've learned something or that I've helped you in some way. I'm still figuring out how to optimize my setup and my lighting and stuff, but I hope I will figure that out in the future. Please give this video a like if you liked it, and please subscribe to my channel if you want. And then I'll see you in my next video.